make the whole video from the floor again?
I would like to, yes.
Why are you trying to make goth dangle a thing? You're 37.
Let's go!
It starts with an A and ends with anxiety. Off the charts levels of passion. That's just a nightmare.
With you wherever you are, welcome to LFR. That was the 34th game. There's 48 games to go. There is the entire 2013 lockout shortened season's worth of games left to go. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Okay. Leafs lose 5-3 to the Nashville Predators. And it's not quite 9-2, but I dare say it feels worse. They lost a couple days ago, 4-0 to the Washington Capitals. That's a team not in last place. Leafs lose 5-3 to the Nashville Predators, a team that they had 2 leads against. They were 6-0 when tied after 2 periods heading into this game. They just had to put that graphic, they just had to put that stat on the screen. You know? And 4-0 is not the same as 5-3. But it feels the same. Do you understand? And anyone who is watching the stream tonight, you can back me up. Forget the final result, that it was 5-3. When the Leafs were up 2-1 in the second period, I was like, this hasn't changed my opinion one iota. Everyone has to go. Players, coaches, GM, ideally CEO, but he just got here. Everybody. You're getting dummied in shots on goal, in shot attempts, and possession by Nashville, bro. The Nashville Predators, bro. Leafs score 92 seconds into the game. And it's awesome. It's everything you need to do. Nick Robertson has the puck, and he's patient with it. He doesn't just dump it. He waits, like there's a little bit of pressure there. But he outweights himself, and he holds on to the puck. And he sends a clean pass over to Bobby McMahon. Nick Waugh drives the net. McMahon sends him a nice pass. And not only is it tipped, it's tipped perfectly top corner. Bang! Boom! Mwah! Perfection! Leafs up 1-0, 92 seconds in. And even though the shots weren't pretty after 1, you certainly couldn't refer to the game as dominant. It started lopsided in favor of the Preds, but it didn't quite feel that way. The Leafs had a lot of shots. A lot of them missed the net. They sort of felt like scoring chances. It felt a lot like last year's Leafs. For all their flaws and all their glory. Yeah, they get outshot a lot. But look at the results. Got my phone right here just to remind me of how the game went. Oh! Yeah, Predators got a power play. And they scored on theirs. Because that is a thing that you can do. Eric Holla deflects it in front. No one's there! Well, he's there. No Leaf is there. While the Leafs are getting caved, Matthias Michelli, of all people. He had a downright decent game. He puts it on from distance, and Tavares deflects it in. This is not a game the Leafs deserve to be winning at all, and here they are. Hooray! And just like a week ago tonight, there's less than a minute to go in the second period. Barely over half a minute to go in the second period. Adam Didsby, he puts it in because, oh, hey, just go ahead. Just go ahead. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal. If Matthews takes an extra stride. If there were any defensemen there whatsoever, I don't know. But it's tied. Preds go into intermission feeling happy. The Leafs go into intermission hating their lives. Not for the first time this season, you take the team that you watched in like the first 10 minutes of the game or even 20 minutes of the game and you apply it to the next bit of the game and you go, is this the same group of men? Feels impossible. And Joseph Woll is making save after save after save until he can't make the saves no more because Luke Evangelista sets Morgan Rielly on actual fire. Morgan Rielly is the hockey equivalent of why did he jump? In basketball, there are the guys who you have no chance of stopping the dunk. Why are you jumping? Oh, you jumped, and then you got dunked on, and now you're on the poster, right? The difference is I find the guys who jump more admirable. Because, like, at least you tried. I'm not saying Mo didn't try. I'm just saying, oh my gosh, Mo. So Evangelista sets him on fire. Leafs pull the goalie with 2.5 minutes to go, whatever it was. Here they come. It's the big guys over the boards. Nylander turns it over. Empty netter. Preds win. Hold the phone. With a minute to go, it's the other guys over the boards. It's not the big guns. It's the other guys. Bobby McMahon gets the puck, and holy smokes, what a shot! 53 seconds to go, and McMahon rips it. There's enough time to tie this game. So Craig Berube, with his fully intact timeout, and a message that he's dying to send, does he send the group that just scored back out there? Nope. Nope. Big guys again. Big guys. Big guys. Big guys! Sends out the big guys again! They turn it over. It's an empty netter. And it's over. I thought it was over last week. Last week? Oh my gosh, it's been a long week. I thought it was over a few days ago when the Caps curb stomped the Leafs 4 or 5-0, whatever it was. And the Leafs decide, no, it isn't Steven. And I said, okay, what's next? And I thought, you got a back-to-back. You got 3 games in 4 days, right? You get the Preds. They've been better recently, but they're in last for a reason. You get Dallas second half of a back-to-back. And then your last game before Christmas is at home against Pittsburgh. And I think to myself, Preds in Nashville, that's a winnable game. It's a winnable game. This was a winnable game. They didn't win it. But what if they did? And then you go to Dallas, who's just running over everybody, and somehow you pull it out. You win a second half of a back-to-back. Dennis Hildeby start against the Dallas Stars. And that's a crazy 4-4 points. And then you get the Pittsburgh Penguins at home, a team who you've played pretty well all season. You had the 3-goal comeback against them, and then you stomp them 7-2. What if you go into the Christmas break having won 3 straight? Then we'll all have a Merry Christmas. They're probably going to get run over tomorrow. I don't really care if they do. I don't really care if they don't. If they win, great, whatever. You gave the Bruins your pick anyway. Good, yeah, definitely get points, for sure. And maybe you'll win the Pittsburgh game too. I don't know. It doesn't change my opinion about this team at all. At all. No one wants to watch this. Everyone wants to watch this. If you're going to cry a lot, you might as well make money off your tears, I guess. No one wants to watch this hockey team. They showed Brad Treliving looking sad and trying to hide from the cameras. I want to read you a quote. I'm going to read you a quote. We have a responsibility to our fans, and that responsibility is winning championships. And we will do everything we possibly can, and will not stop until we reach that goal. That is MLSE President and CEO Keith Pelly. How's that going there, Keith? How's that going there? Spring 2023, Leafs lose to the Florida Panthers in the second round. They had just won a round finally, but then they got their butts kicked so bad in the second round that it made it seem like the first round victory never happened. Kyle Dubas has a very weird press conference, and Brendan Shanahan, who Dubas had been butting heads with, decides this is the perfect chance. I'm going to fire him. So he fires him. He brings in Brad Treliving. Now, here's the problem. Mitch Marner's no-move clause kicks in his contract on the date that it was designed to kick in 4 years after he signed his deal. And it was the one fail-safe Kyle Dubas had in the whole deal. Where if things are not going well, I can trade this guy. Would he have traded that guy? I don't know. We'll never know. But he might have. I think he would have. Do you? I think he was gonna. So Treliving comes in, and I'm not even gonna blame him because what was he gonna do? Come in and just trade Mitch Marner right away? You know how poorly that would have gone? You know the pittance of a package he would have got? How little time he would have had? But my assumption is he took the job from Brendan Shanahan with the understanding you're not trading this guy. Because when Dubas was fired, Shanahan called up all of the core four and said, you're not going anywhere. So July 1st rolls around. Mitch isn't getting traded. His no move is kicked in fully. So you have done two things. One, you have made it so that you are not getting anything for this player. Whether this goes great and you win back-to-back championships the next couple of years, or things go really poorly, it was a lot closer to that one, you are getting nothing for this player on his way out. Nothing. Nothing. You were lucky to get Nick Waugh out of it. Now wait, though. You're not tied to the core four. There was still a guy left unsigned. And it was William Nylander. He didn't have a contract. So he plays his absolute bag off. And they go to Sweden, and he's a rock star, and he's so good. And he gets the bag, man. The Leafs sign him. 8 years. Bang. Doubloons. So now, you can't move any of them. Guaranteeing that this is it, win or lose. The Leafs play Boston. Round 1, they lose again. That's when you fire Brendan Shanahan. It's over. Obviously it's over. For goodness sakes, you've gone backward. No, what you actually do is you hire Keith Pelly to become the president and CEO of MLSE, and he waxes poetically about how we're not here to sell jerseys, not here to sell tickets either, because you're not selling out games anymore. He waxes poetically about how we're here to win championships. He keeps Shanny. And I yelled and screamed. I'm like, what are you doing? So he lets this lame duck of a president of the team waddle around for another year before they get another unfavorable result in the playoffs, and then they fire him. They're always a day late and a dollar short. And now here we are, this organization that never does anything, and they're not doing anything. All the coaches are still there. And you scream, it's not the coaches. All the players are still there. The lineup changes tonight where Michelli, Yarncroke, and Myers get in. That's the play? That's the move? Philip Deneau got traded before the trade deadline, before the holiday cutoff. Mason Marchment got traded before the holiday cutoff. You didn't do anything. Well, it's the GM who's got to go then. Well, no, GMs typically don't get hired mid-season unless you're Kevin Adams. That's going to have to wait. Oh, that's going to have to wait. Good. 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 Games left. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Leafs might be liars, actually.